smiles and empty promises, that's the game. They'll do anything for fortune, for fleeting fame.
Clara's phone, it keeps dying. Like those Kovacs pupils start denying. No bars, lost connection, mind frying. In the streets, trying to stay alive, surviving. Phones buzzing, sirens in the distance. Darker days, no hope, feel the resistance. Clara's phone, it's like a symbol of existence. Dying suddenly, like life's persistence. Broken screens, broken dreams, it's all a mess. Clara's phone, it's a curse, nothing left to bless. Locked up, no escape, feel the distress. Every call dropping, getting harder to impress.
I'm on a mission, Final Fantasy Deathless Challenge. No intermission, level after level, I'm grinding non-stop. Final Fantasy 13, I'm ready to rock. Ain't no game gonna bring me down. I'm the king of the fantasy, wearing the crown with my skills and my moves. I'm unstoppable, gotta conquer this challenge. It's not optional. Unit blocks 3 and 4, I come so far. Final Fantasy 13, the next game on bar. No time to rest, gotta level up. Facing every boss, I'm ready.
Oh, yeah. We are live here with the mighty space bus. It's an early morning launch, so that way we can get some good. I mean, when it's in the dark, you can't really see much. So I have to have these separate fuel tanks. I have to know how much fuel's in them so I know when to spit them off. That's why I got that on there. And let's see, I need altitude, which means I need to move the chat. Oh, whoop. I think we're ready to go. Huh. Audition time. All right. Here we go. This is going to be the Kerbal Tour. I'm launching a pilot, 2 unskilled scientists to try to get their level up a little bit. And then I got 4 space tourists that want to go to various locations, the Mun or Minmus. But they are actually just going to do the Kerbal Tour. They're going to land on both of them and come back. This is the space bus. This is only designed to get us to Mun Station, which used to be the Ben Shapiro Station, but the Ben Shapiro Station has been deorbited and crashed. Now we just have Mun Station. It's much more sophisticated. It's got a better computer. It holds more ore. It's better capable of providing power and radiative heat dissipation. That's the word I'm looking for. Radiative heat dissipation is the word I'm looking for. The term I'm looking for. But we're raring to go, so we'll launch this thing in just a second. Let me make sure all my stages are right. Let me make sure these will disappear when they're decoupled, because that's important, because I'm going to need all the real estate. Stages are correct. Everything appears nominal. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. We're underway. We're going to keep this thing straight to about 100, and then we'll start our gravity turn. shortly into our gravity turn is when the first set of boosters will pop off. We're way late on our gravity turn, but that's okay. That is okay. Off go the first tanks. Those two tanks are only really there to get us up in the air enough so that our engine, when fully fueled, will get us into orbits. Basically so we can carry more fuel. Is why I have that on there. Because this used to serve as a refueler when the Mazamine used to actually come here, which is the transport that they will eventually be docking with. Off go the second set of tanks. Flight's nominal, pattern's nominal. We're in good shape. We're going to see a little plasma build up just like every other time. That's completely normal as we approach max Q. Unskilled scientists. They're, well, inexperienced, I should say. They've never been to space before. They're coming into space for the first time. Preparing them for future Duna missions. And there's our plasma as we approach max Q. Again, that's completely normal. Completely normal. We'll approach 3.5, maybe 4 Gs as we hit max Q, which is right about now. We're at the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the rocket. It will start to decrease here pretty shortly. Oh no, it's going up to 4 Gs. Oh no. We have main engine cutoff. We've passed max Q. Now we just coast to space. And we burn in space where there's less air. We're going to blow off the fairing to save fuel, like always. You've seen one of these launches, you've seen them all. Except this one's a little bit different in that we're going to be going to the Mun instead of just in Kerbal orbit. And docking to Mun Station so we can get some fuel. We're not going to fill up with fuel. We're just going to get enough fuel so that we can do some maneuvers and come back and have a little bit left in the tank to spare. Just in case. The plasma's faded away. We're into the nice thin air. Space station zooming away at 3,000, well, probably over 4,000 miles per hour. Basically take that number right there under orbit, this one, and multiply it by 2.2, and that's my speed in miles per hour. For all of my American audience. The Ben Shapiro station showed great promise early on, but eventually served its purpose. No comment. But we're launching into the daylight, so we get a good view of the space bus here. We are well into the upper atmosphere. And the reason why we do it this way is because space is a vacuum, so our engines are going to be much, much more powerful with no air resistance. So I'm actually going to get a lot more bang out of that 179 on the first stage than I would if I had just let it run all the way until I ran out of fuel. I'll get a lot more out of that little bit. Fairings off and away we go. First stage is off, second stage is lit. This is a vacuum optimized skipper stage, if I recall correctly. That might be the skiff. I'm not 100% on that. I don't remember. It's been a while since I built it. We'll bring it up to about 100 kilometers. And at our peak of 100-kilometer orbit, it's not going to take much to get us into a circular. Now it's just coasting and waiting, coasting and waiting. That's pretty circular right there. And Valentina's a great pilot, so she has the maneuver. She has the orient to maneuver ability. Because Valentina's my best pilot. That's why she flies these space bus missions, because she's just so damn good. She's been to Mars. She's been to Duna. So, that's good. I don't think she landed. She might have landed. I think Jeb landed on Duna. Oh yeah, that's right. Jeb landed on Duna and got stuck. So that's why we don't have a Jebediah Kerman, because he died. He got stuck on Mars. He got marooned. And I think I self-destructed his craft, so he's like gone. But we're in space. We're in space. Is that this one? That's this one. Here. We're going to put some instrumentals in the background. Ooh, that's loud.
From my nose to the outer space, can't believe I left my trace. Space builders traveling in grace, they're interstellar, no time to waste. The space builders out of this
There we go. You got some music in the background. Very faint. Very faint. There you go. A little something to accompany the great view. Look at that view. That's crazy, huh? R.I.P. Jeb. Yep, rip Jeb. Jeb's been dead a while, though. He's been dead several years. And we've significantly advanced since then. Yep. And somebody wiped a booger on this probe before it launched, and now they have space boogers, as the song clearly states in the background. There are definitely space boogers on the side of this probe somewhere. I really don't need to expand that solar panel yet, so I'm going to put it down. Because I've got plenty of battery. I've got 750 units of battery. I usually pack an extreme overabundance of battery. But yeah, a 3-minute, 47-second flight to the burn point. About 100,695 meters from the surface at sea level. I can do this without looking at the screen, without looking at the orbit map, because it tells me everything I need to know right here. When this hits roughly 100,000 OB, because this is the highest point of orbit and this is the lowest point. And this is telling me when I'll get there. And that's how long my whole orbital period is. Like, I'll orbit this, at this path, I'll orbit once every 30 minutes and 33 seconds. It's going to be a little bit longer. It'll be closer to an hour. There we go. We're circular. ish. Our orbital difference is about 100 meters per second in 32 minutes or in 16 minutes. So I'm barely moving. So now we go to the moon. Everybody wants to be an astronaut until it's time to do astronaut shit. Also, this is a very meaningful song. This is a very, very heartfelt, true song. Literally. Everybody wants to be an astronaut until it's time to do astronaut shit. Pooping in space is, you know, space poop. Oh, it's your song, dear. Your favorite song. I can't believe you play this in public. It makes me laugh. Oh, it's funny. So we got 18 minutes and we're going at that angle. So check this out. Just hold it at its maneuver orientation and it like comes around to it. I can't believe you wrote me a love song called Wash Your Ass. See? And now we're oriented to go. The moon actually should be rising along with the sun here in a minute. I'm going to want to watch the moon. Watch this trajectory from the moon because it's going to be very close to the moon constellation, which has changed significantly since the last time y'all saw it. They're about 1 kilometer apart in their orbit now. So, whoops. Little late, but that's okay. We'll get it. Speaking of the Final Fantasy 13 Deathless Challenge, that is going to be starting here, probably tomorrow. I just had to mentally prepare myself for the friggin' absolute shit show that is trying to beat Final Fantasy 13 without a single death. It's not as easy as one would think. It's extremely difficult to beat that game without dying. That's like trying to beat Dark Souls without dying. Perfect. Perfect. Demanding managers left and right. But who pissed in your cornflakes? Turned off the light. Who pissed in your cornflakes, Karen dear? I like this song. Who pissed in your cornflakes? It's far too late. Oh, that's right. It's going to do this stupid glitchy thing where it doesn't really know it's contacting the moon, but it actually is. But as you can see, we are shooting away from the Earth, or Kerbin in this case, at about, I don't know, 7,700 miles per hour. So we're going pretty quick. We're going pretty quick. And there's the moon, where we're headed. And if you look here, it's going to take me about 300 meters per second to slow down. So I'll be down to about 5. And then probably about another 150 or so to get to space stations and rendezvous and docking points and things of that nature. I'm being really conservative with that. And the problem is that puts me right around just barely enough to make it back. So we need to go to Mun Station and get probably 300 units of fuel at the most. And the Mun Station's actually full of fuel and ore at the moment, so it's not going to be a problem. It's going to be not a problem at all. I have plenty of fuel. All of my transfer craft are full, so I'm not going to be taking any more fuel from the space station until I get back. But I also have a refueler on the ground that is currently collecting ore to drop off to the space station and refuel it and replenish. You got to replenish it. I am actually going to update it though with current parts and tech when the guys get back from Mars, because I have a crew at Mars right now stationed there waiting to come back when when the transfer window is right. We're close. I want Mars. Oh yeah, there's my I now have 2 all-seeing eyes in orbit instead of just 1. And they are going to get really close together up here. Really close together. That's going to be kind of cool. But yeah, what I want to do is I want Mars, or Duna, to be about here, in this area. And then I can actually come back, and I can also send people there. So I'll be sending a craft there and bringing one back. So there's like a rotation. I'll send the one there, wait a couple days, and then send the other one back, because it's like a 15-day window that you can launch. So I'll do that. But we're going to warp to where we get close to the Mun. And the reason why there's 2 all-seeing eyes now is because once their orbits, because their orbits aren't periodical, they don't sync like that very often. One's actually slightly slower than the other, so when they come out of sync, they're going to be so out of sync that I'll never have no service until they sync up again. But there will come a time now where I'll have comms blind spots. That's just a fact of life. It is what it is right now. I'd have to launch like 2 or 3 more of those all-seeing eyes, and I don't want to clog up the outer parking orbits like that. Oh, I'm at almost 30. Okay. Stop doing that. Right about there. Perfect. And then I'm obviously going to have to reorient my orbit to the constellation. But I can do that when I bump into it. It's fine. Our Earth's pretty small now. Kerbin, I should say. Pretty small now. Then when you turn around, there's the moon. It's getting bigger. Oh, wait till I get to my maneuver node. Watch this. See, I still get dead spots. It's just rare. Whoosh. Now I'm right on top of it. I had a 7-second burn to get into orbit. Why isn't my media player still playing? It's going to be 7 songs. I think I have. Ooh, excuse me. I think I have one that's all instrumentals. I do. I do. Ooh, I cut that close. 7, 6, 5, 4. Perfect. Okay, so we are now in orbit around the moon at about 30 kilometers. Mun station is 15 kilometers. So I have to go even lower. But that's not going to be a problem because it takes almost no fuel to get that low. And the thing is just figuring out where I got to do it. See those 2 arrows? I want those 2 arrows to be like right on top of each other. Those 2 orange arrows. Oh, I think I missed it. Let's back it up. Yep, I did miss it. What's the closest they'll be? Right about there. 7.8. No, that can't be. That can't happen. Okay, so we need to reorient first. Where are we? We're right there. Ooh, I think it's down we need to go. To drop our ascending node. Yeah. .0, much better. Much better. This is going to be a lot easier now. Well, I just had to tilt my orbit so that it was even with the other one. We don't want to go much lower than the space station because the space station orbits about as low as I'm comfortable getting. And now we just wait till the orange lines intersect. It might be a while. They're getting close. That's way better. I'll be 400 meters away from it. So now they stay in orbit for 3 hours and 48 minutes. We're not going to do that, but they are. I'm speeding this rig up as fast as I can. Because I think that's like 6 or 7 orbits. I think it's like 6 or 7 orbits. Oh crap. You know what I do need to do? I need to... So that way I don't run out of solar power. I have one little solar panel that opens up on this thing. And that's how I get electrical power. But I don't use hardly any electrical power. So I really don't need a hefty recharge capacity on this ship. Hey, look, it's the Earth. What's... Oh. I'll show you some of the other stuff I have. Actually, you know what? I have 2 hours. I'll show you some of the other stuff I have in orbit. Let me orient that to maneuver. I'll show you my system right now as it stands. So this is the first all-seeing eye. It's been in orbit that for the longest time, 6 years. And it's that one. So then I got Masamune 2. It's been out for 3 years. Excuse me. It's the second oldest, and it's orbiting Ike, which is the moon of Mars. Some good views. Then I got Thor 3I. This is actually a Hail Mary pass to Jewel. I'm not 100% sure this is going to make it back. So there's 2 people in there. There's no guarantee they make it back. Let's just say that. It's up in the air. It's quite up in the air. I'm going to have to take advantage of Jewel and do a really, really, really high Delta V transfer to get back to Earth. Kerbin. And that's... I might have to use Tylo as a slingshot as well. Which... getting that alignment is going to be rare. It's going to be a pain to get that alignment. So then I have Mun Station. Mun Station's in a low orbit. And then about 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers above that would be the Pop lander, named after Terrence Pop. Shout out to Terrence Pop. Then I have Reich. The reason why this is called Reich is because this is a Rosa model lander, which is a refueler, and it's on Ike. It was designed to stay at Ike, so I call it Reich. And this is the local Masamune. This is the one that's going to transfer our tourists. It's about 1 kilometer above Mun Station. And this is the second all-seeing eye. Actually in a very interesting orbit, because like if you look at these two, you got this one moving at about 200 and hold on. You got this one moving at 209.7 and this one moving at 206. So they are moving at different speeds. And they're at different heights. They're about 3,000 kilometers apart from each other. But then when you go to the lower part of their orbit, they're still about 3 kilometers apart from each other. So they're moving at slightly varying speeds. And their speeds vary at different rates. So, yeah. Then you got the space bus that the people are currently on. And then this is the Rosa refueler. This is the Mark II model of the Rosa. Actually has significantly better ability to gather fuel. Well, not a better ability to gather fuel, but it's better at power conservation, which I actually have to change that design because it doesn't gather fuel for crap. For beans. There's y'all in orbit, and I'm here figuring out how to launch. I just showed you how to get into orbit, pretty much. The turn rates are a little bit different when you're doing your gravity turn. It's a little bit different with every rocket. but it's pretty easy to figure out which one suits you best. I've still got 2 hours and 10 minutes. I didn't show you Mun Station intentionally. Oh, look, no signal. Oh, now I got a signal. Why don't I have... Do I not have comms? Oh, no, that's right. This thing doesn't have comms. So I have to relay off of... What am I relaying off of? I'm not. Just internal signal. Okay. I thought I had comms on this thing somewhere. But I do not. I don't really need comms, I suppose, because it's a manned craft. So 2 hours and 10 precisely. But now we warp to our orbit. And I like to have my orbit information. Whoops. I like to have my orbit information on the screen so I know where everything is. This right here. So I know where my orbit is and what my orbital period is. So I've got 45, 16, and a minute, and an hour and 33 minutes. So that's roughly 2 orbits. So what I do is I go past my maneuver node. And then I go 1. And I think Mun Station's going to come up behind me. Yeah, it's coming up behind me now. That yellow line, you can see it. It's gaining on me. Because it's going a little bit slower. I mean, a little bit faster than me because it's lower. The lower your parking orbit is, the faster your craft's going to orbit. It's, you know, like a figure skater. When they tuck their arms in, they spin faster. Same basic idea. And then I go warp to next maneuver. But it's only going to take 9.2 meters per second for me to get to the space station of Delta V, and I've got 500. It's probably only going to take about another 3 or 4 to get to the other one. So, I mean, I really don't need that much fuel, but I'd like to have 700 or 800 units of fuel, meters per second of Delta V before I get out of here. Just, you know, in case. Because we are carrying tourists. You know, you want to have more fuel than needed at all times. I mean, honestly, I really don't have to. I could just dock with Masamune and go. But I am going to Mun Station to show you guys Mun Station, because Mun Station's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with it. It's got so much solar and so big, and its radiators are so big that I can run both my refiners on the refueler and on the station with like no loss in power or friggin' anything. No loss. All my lights, I can run everything. And it's got like thousands of Delta V worth of fuel. Or worth of battery. I know I'm ahead of it. It's fine. But now you see these orange things coming together, right? Now I just make it burp. And we're good. I think I can see it. Yeah, it's that yellow box right there. So I want to warp to about... It gets confusing when you have a really tight constellation like this of craft. Because it's hard to figure out where your orbits are. You have to kind of know it in your head. And it's 15, 16, 20, I believe. But we are coming up on the space station. And that is a flag. And this purple one right here, that's the refueler. Okay, so now we orient the target. This is where it gets a little dicey. This is one of the reasons why I might have to redesign my space station, because it does not like to turn at all. And it doesn't have lights. Ideally, you want lights, especially for stuff like this, but it's not necessary. Do not want to use the RCS. I learned that the hard way, because this part gets jiggly. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but when it stops, it gets a little jiggly. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, because it's full of ore. That's right. It's not going to be jiggly if it's full of ore. And I am actually losing power right now because we're in the dark. But we're coming up on daylight. It's docking time. And this craft, I put the RCS on it, and it's a little bit like top heavy. So I have to be careful when I turn it, because it tries to correct itself, because I change its yaw when I move the RCS. So it's not ideal. But we are gaining on it. We are gaining on it. Weighted it down. Weight it down. Yes, it did. When it's empty and you try to turn it, it gets wobbly up top, because it's so light that the reaction wheels, because it has really good reaction wheels on it, so that thing can turn on a dime. Like that flip turn you just witnessed it do, that was full of fuel and full of ore, so it's at capacity. And it was able to just whip itself around like that because it has really good reaction wheels and a really sophisticated launch computer. Sorry I'm doing this in the dark, but that's just where I happen to run into the space station. But we'll be in the light soon enough. Orbits are only a few minutes, so I'm only in the dark for probably 10 minutes at a time. But the trick to docking is to make sure that the yellow circle and the pink circle line up like this and stay like this. It's a lot easier when you have a skilled pilot like Valentina that can just orient to target and hold the ship there. And the space station can do the same thing. But you're going to see in just a minute the absolutely ludicrous solar panels. See those two little things sticking up off the horizon? That's two of them, of the array. And those white squares, those are the radiators. So this thing can take a lot of refiners and a lot of heat. Let's slow down a little bit. There it is. Mun Station. Their first destination. Ding, ding. Stupid phone. I really don't like doing this in the dark. Really don't like doing this in the dark. It's hard to see. It's really hard to see. Really hard to see. But I think I got it. Nice and easy. Boop. We are docked. And we are refueling. We are refueling. I'll wait till the sun comes up. Come on. There it is. And this is what it looks like. Mun Station. Welcome to Mun Station. It's got this great big tank right here. And we are going to put some fuel in here. Just about that much. We don't need a lot. That's it. That's all I need. And the station is actually continuously refueling itself with its available ore. So it's not going to be an issue. Now let's get away from it. That's all we needed to do at Mun Station, though. And I think now we need to go prograde. Sounds like your notifications are trying to join in with the dub metal polka. Is it too loud? Is the music too loud? Oh boy. This might take a while. I know it's not going to take much of anything. At 2.1 meters per second. So literally a burp. Nine out of 10. Difficult to dance to. Ha 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 ha. Oh, this might be a while. This might be a while. This might be a day or two. You know what I might do? Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it quicker. Since I got a bunch of extra fuel, we'll just do this. Okay. So in about 3 minutes, we'll max ourselves out at, what is that, like 60,000? 50,000, and then we'll come back down. We got to bring our orbit up and slow our craft down so that Mazamane has time to come under us, and then we have to come down faster and catch it. orbital physics, basically. Basically. But it isn't going to take much. And the Mun station's right there, so we should be fine. We're only slightly below the orbit of the Mun station, but eventually we're going to go back up to it, so I need to... I need to get moving here. Six, 5. Woo! Don't want to be burning at no 100%. Yeah, don't want to be doing that. This is a great hip hop beat right here, written by AI. Okay, so we're looking at an intersect in 42 minutes. See, there's another one. There it is. Yellow box. So now it's going to come under us. And in about 2 minutes, it'll be about 800 meters away. I'll dock with it, move the tourists, and then the travel part can begin. I can go to, I'll take the Mazamine, move them up to the Terrence Pop. That will dock. I mean, that'll come off. They'll transfer to the lander. They'll undock from that. Lander will land. It'll come back up. Dock with Mazamine. They'll go to minmus, repeat, and then they come back. I've got more than enough fuel to do that. These ships, these transports have enough to get to Duna and back. I know because I just did it. I've got craft at Duna with a refueler, waiting to come back, fully fueled, ready to go. One of them landed on Duna, and I was stupid and didn't pack an engineer, which I should have. And the engineer could have repacked the chutes, and then we could have landed on Duna multiple times. That would have been nice. I'll be able to do double. Okay, so we're close. We're close. I got to stop screwing around. You want to try to kill all of your momentum relative to the target. Doesn't generally go down that way. Like, it looks like I've killed all my momentum, but I'm actually going to, it'll end up changing. See? 0.1. So now I just have to remember opposite the sun. There's the sun. Opposite the sun, there you are. This is unmanned. And it really doesn't have much in the way of solar panels because it doesn't really need much. Because it's got a lot of battery. And it does recharge just very slowly. Very slowly. And now we begin docking procedure. Not even remotely worried about the amount of monopropellant I have because I've got way more than enough. This only has to dock once. Mazamane has to dock twice. But I usually use Pop to dock because Mazamane isn't really equipped to do the maneuvering. Pop's well more equipped to do that. Due to an engineering oversight. But we make it work here. We make it work here at Jeff Space Agency. We make it work. We make it work. "500 meters in closing, quickly. Very quickly, actually. I think these guys are speaking like Sim language or something. Sims language. In this background song. I think they're singing like Simonese. I don't know what you would call it. Simese, Simish, Simglish. But as you can see, liquid fuel, she's full. 6,043 meters per second. That's enough to go to anywhere in the system and come back by itself. But once it's towing the lander, which is actually really heavy, it's less. The lander is really heavy. It has to be. It's capable of landing like 13 tourists, I believe, is the capacity of these. 13 or 16? One of the two. But we're only using a space bus this time because there's only 4 people that want to go. So we get to cheap out on this mission. Because since I got this stuff all pre-staged, the cost of the missions is actually really cheap. And I actually just upgraded the equipment. So, we're in good shape here. We'll move people over. Alright. You're going. You're going. You're going. And you're going. And now I think I'm going to transfer one scientist. Probably Allison is going to go with the crew. That's all I needed to do. So now we undock that. And we run this from now on. See, it's not really designed to maneuver. It does not RCS very fast. And this goes prograde. Again, no fuel it's going to take. Yeah, less than a meter per second it's going to take to get there. But it's going to take a little while to get our orbits right. Not as long as one would think, though. Oh, maybe. Are they getting further apart? Yeah, they are. They're getting further apart. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's a long burn, but I think I can do it. Holy schmoly. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. I think we'll be all right. We got 4 minutes. And these are run by nuclear engines, so this uses barely any fuel as it runs, but it also gives you barely any thrust. That's why this 82 meters per second burn is going to take 26 seconds, because this thing gives you none. I can't reconcile the actions with the music. Polka Space Program. We'll get to 13 and it'll be burn time. And it's going, just very slowly. But it's a lot more precise for situations like this. I'm going up to 226. Wow. It was way off. That's another hour. But Space Bus will be an actual effective timer of the mission. I think. I think you add like a day to it. I'm going to be coming at this thing really fast. and it's going to take me a minute to slow down. So when I get to about 2 kilometers, I'm going to start slowing down. Even if it takes more fuel, it doesn't matter because I don't want to slam into this thing. Because that would be very expensive. Very expensive. Because I launched the lander from Earth, and that's just pricey. And the thing about the transfer craft, the reason why it uses a lot of, it doesn't use a lot of fuel, but when it needs to be refilled, it takes several trips with the refueler to fill this thing up. Like the refueler just comes up and hooks up to this thing and refuels it. So we're almost gonna start slowing down here in a minute. No problem. No problem. About 600 feet from it. Look at that. Hello there, Pop. Last I knew, this was full. Last I checked. If it's not full, then it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it's full. Okay. It's full. This also has not much in the way of recharge capability. They just have a large battery bank and the ability to recharge. I'll dock with this. Why not? See, it does not like to go on RCS. It takes a lot. I'm only moving 1 meter per second, and this is how long I've been going. Which also means it's going to take me a little while to slow down. So I have to time this right, too. Okay. Approach is nominal. This will be the third dock I've done. To the top craft, I do believe, on the Is this the highest one of the... Yeah, the highest one of the Mun constellation. Hey, stop that. It's close. I'm only moving at like walking speed. So, hey, Simish gangster rap. Sims gangster rap. That's what I'm gonna call this song now. Sims gangster rap. Almost there. Almost there. The good news, though, is once I do this, it's landing. The next step is to land. To complete the first landing. Boop. We are docked. This is what Frenchie's tunes and the boys sound like if you don't speak French. Yes. Accurate. Wait, no, I want to face retrograde. This takes a little while to turn because it's real heavy. Real heavy. And right now they're only docking so they can transfer. 5 people. Into the lander, where they will spend most of their days. In space. In the lander. Was that wobbling? It shouldn't be. This craft doesn't wobble. Even the scientist is going to go down. Maybe collect some surface samples. Who knows? And now we switch craft again. Now we are on Pop. Shout out to Terrence Pop. Again. Huh. And we're ready to go. Landing legs are out. We're in landing configuration. Is this a good spot? I'm going to find a relatively flat area. This should be fine. Yeah, this should be fine. Say goodbye to the state. Say goodbye to the transfer. See ya. We'll catch up to you later. It's landing time. I kind of want to land inside that crater right there. Is that where I'm going? Doesn't look like it. If you knew how much I'm enjoying this, you'd think I was weird, and you already think I'm pretty weird. The polka landing. Gotta throw some, randomness in there. And I know what you're thinking. I am wasting so much fuel. And the answer is yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. But I'm doing it for a very good reason. I'm hoping not to land on the lip of that crater. And it's looking like I might. And look at that, going zipping right under me is Mun Station. See that square? That's Mun Station, just zipped right under me. That's kind of cool, huh? Where's Space Bus? It doesn't matter, I'm lower than it. But it is coming. So that's probably not good. But we're in free fall at the moment. Yeah, that's not good. I'm going to have to abort this landing. Most likely. Most likely. Because that's probably too steep. That's pretty freaking cool. I think it's kind of cool. Do a little slow down burn. Engines are lit, just enough to keep me at roughly this speed, which is what I want. I think I might land on a flat spot. I'm landing on the edge of the crater, which is not what I want. Because it tends to dip down pretty quick. I need my lights. Oh boy. This might get sketchy. Yep. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. I'm aborting. It's fine. It's fine. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I still have 2,400 units of fuel, so it'll be okay. I want to go that way. Stop doing that. Oh crap. Oh crap. This is really not good. Come on. Come on. Okay. This ain't so bad now. I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be fine. Oh crap. Stop. Ah. Damn it. Okay. Let's try this again. This is why we pack extra fuel, ladies and gents. This is why we pack extra fuel. Stop. Okay. You know what? I'm going to give myself time to maneuver. This is bad. Why is this botching every time? This is actually not good. I might need to stop and refuel at Mun Station, which is unheard of. I haven't landed this thing in a while either, so I'm a little rusty. Where's my damn shadow? Okay. Landed. Wow. What a pain in the ass that was. What a freaking pain in the ass that was. Do I go to Mun Station or do I just risk it? I mean, I've got liquid fuel and oxidizer on Mazamine too, so I've got backups specifically for this occasion. Everything's redundant. Everything's redundant. I have this set up so that everything is designed to, there's always fail safes, basically. Let's go on an EVA. How high can you jump on the moon? I'll show you. No RCS, just a jump. About 9 feet. I really enjoyed watching that, though. Yeah, that was sketchy. But see, the good way to get around on the Mun is like this. Boop. Do I have a surface sample from here? I think I do. I probably do. Oh yeah, I've already got one from here. So I didn't really need him. All right, off to the ship we go. I hate it when it does that. Where was I at? 20? I think so. Okay. Can I get there faster? I don't think I can. Nope. But that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. We had a slight incident, but you know, we worked it through. We worked it through. Landing on minmus is going to be much, much easier. Much easier. Which is good. Three kilometers is enough to work. I can work with that. I can work with that. I can work with that. I can work with it. I think. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. The good news, though, is one, I have liquid fuel and oxidizer on the craft, on the transport. And two, when I come back, I can always just refuel it. It's not a big deal. What does it get to? 3 or 2? 2.4. 2.4. It's not that bad. And again, sorry, we're docking at night. That's just the way it's usually working. I can cancel out all that RCS because Pop's a lot more maneuverable. The Lander's way more maneuverable than Mazamine. Actually, no. What am I doing? We just got to get closer. That's all. I didn't slow all the way down on purpose. And this right here is why. So I could orient the target while it was moving towards it. Save me some time. Ba-na-na-na-na. We're getting there. I'm going to be almost out of monopropellant, which is fine because I got some on board. The transport holds enough fuel to refill the lander at least once, I think. Or like give it enough fuel to make it to minmus and back. So I'll be fine. Is that music cussing hard or am I hearing Simish wrong? Just making sure. Making sure it was pointed at target. I didn't even see it because it doesn't have his lights on. Turn your lights on. Okay, they're docked. Oh, that's right. Uh, Control from here. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to shut these fuel tanks off. Because if we don't shut the fuel tanks off, then Mazamane will actually draw fuel from those tanks. And then we shut this engine off because... All right, now we'll refuel it with the reserves. Then you go out, out. I know that 1196 looks scary, but it's not. But now for the fun part. Get into this. Minmus is kind of a pain. Actually might be in a pretty good spot. Nope. What if we go there? And change our altitude and change our... Wow. Oof, that's precise. There. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's right there. All right. We need to go that way. But that's going to change. What the hell? How low do I have to go back? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So in 26 minutes, I have another maneuver to go to minmus. This minmus transfer is going to be a little technical because the timing's off. But it isn't going to take much. Yeah. But we are actually going to get closer to kerbin to get to minmus. They use less power when they're not occupied and stuff because I shut off all the computers, but they actually lose battery when they're next to a planet. Very, very, very slowly when they're active. So we get an 8-second burn. About 36 seconds away. See if I can change the playlist here. There we go. Oh no. See, it doesn't accelerate very fast. But and it takes a while. I actually missed my spot, but that's okay. That's okay. What just happened? What just happened to my music? I'll fix it in a minute. I'll fix it in a minute. Sorry. Nice and easy. That's where I want it. Oh, whoops. So we need to slow down just a little bit, which is fine. Or speed up a little bit, actually. So we can get there. Come on. I know you're struggling. But your battery be full. And you got 12 days to fill up your battery without moving. So you should be fine. You should be fine, Rocket. You should be fine. Yeah, it wasn't quite there. So that's fine. Hmm. I have an idea. Okay. So we'll do one burn there to zero out that. And then we'll do another burn there. Why doesn't it work anymore? It's fine. Maybe I do this. Nope. Oh, this ain't good. This ain't good at all. Huh. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the end of the world. Really isn't. I can make it right. Maybe I adjust this aspect of the orbit just a bit. Just a little bit. So it comes down to the ascending node. I mean, I've got plenty of time and plenty of battery. I'm going to be fine. Plenty of fuel. Everything's going to be great. Well, that might have been too much. Okay. That should be fine. Oh, it's because I'm coming in contact with the moon again at that point. So what if I go next orbit? Oh, because it's not, yeah. What the F? Okay. It's fine, it's fine. It'll just take a few orbits. Which isn't exactly what I wanted, but it will be fine. It will. I just might have to check on some of my other stuff here after a couple orbits, because I got craft coming from Duna. That's kind of important. That's 12 days. I'll have to check after that. See, it actually lost battery for a while, but it gained it right back. And I won't ever not have a signal, even when I'm blocked by the moon. Like, boop. What? How do I not have battery? Oh no. Oh no. Can I shut my lights off? No, I can't do anything because I don't have battery. It's fine, it's fine. It'll be okay. See, I need to redo this unit. Like, I can get them back. I've got plenty of fuel. All I have to do is wait till they get oriented right. See, now I've got battery again. See, it still technically has battery. It's just not a lot of it. It just needed to turn itself around and face the sun so that it could get some more battery. Where is the sun? Right there. Yeah, see? Now I'm starting to get battery power back. So it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'll just leave them in orbit for a bit. I don't need to worry about them. Worst comes to worst, I can send up another ship to catch them anyway. Send up another ship to dock with it. Another Mazamane that has better whatchamacallits. Alright, where is this? Okay, we're not quite there yet. So I still got some time. This is close. Real close to its mission. So I'm going to have to look at that. Let's see here. I think it was this one. Yeah. So it'll be fine. We're going to be okay. because I know what I'm going to do. And it is gaining battery, so that's good. Uh, all right. So what if I go to right there? Whoa. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. This is probably not going to be ideal. We'll get there, but ain't going to be nice. Oh, I got it. Ta-da! I told you I could do it. I told you I could do it. It's just going to take 98 days. So they're going to be around for a while. So it's looking like I'm not going to finish this today. 98 days, that's a lot. Okay, so it is healing itself. So now I have to start looking at getting back from Duna. And that's going to be a little bit complicated. Not super complicated, but complicated enough where it requires a little bit of planning. So, okay. Oh yeah, Muzak. Muzak. Why isn't it playing? It's not playing anything? What the F? Now I got space boogers. And as you can see, this doesn't have any satellite signal because of where I am. All right, so Duna is going that way, so I need to be heading this way. which means I can't think about taking off for a little bit longer. Ugh. You know what? I'll make it go faster. Where's Rosa? Or Reich? Switch to Ike Rosa or Reich. Just so I can fast forward quicker. Yep, that's the way it needs to go. A little bit more. Come on. No, 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 no. That's too far. But that might actually work. That might actually work. Love that post Pete Shiver. It really is. It's great. It's a sign of sweet release. He made it through the storm. Okay, so go prograde. And we want to go this way. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Holy moly, that's a lot. Close. Few more days. So probably one more lap around. One more lap around, probably. And it'll be in its right spot. Ike needs to make another lap around. Oh yeah, that's right. Where are you, Reich? If this works, that means it's time to launch my second round of tourists, too. Yep, it's that way. Probably that's it. Oh, no, no, no. Stop, stop, stop. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I tells thee. Okay. Let's see where we're at. There it is. There it is. Okay, so 38 minutes from now. That's pretty much a perfect burn, too. That isn't going to be much at all. And we're on our way back. On our way back home. They've been here for 3 years, 35 days. It looks similar to the Mun, but it's not. Where's Duna? Is it even in the sky yet? Nope. So at 18 seconds, we're going to burn. I've actually incorporated the Duna lander to contribute to the thrust of this craft. So it's going to be considerably stronger at the cost of a little bit more fuel. But that's fine. I don't think there's a booger on this one, though. I don't think there is. Off we go. Gotta love them space boogers. Huh. Are you even still in the comments? Yes. Yes, I am. All right, so a 2-minute burn, and we're back going to Earth. Heading home. Heading home. This is a straight up anthem. It's great. So 106 seconds, so about 53 seconds I will need to start my burn. This is going to be a long burn. Flying away from Ike and heading towards Duna. We're going to be real close to Duna's atmosphere too. So we're already heading in Earth's direction. Roughly. Come on. Drop down lower. Perfect. And we're off. We're off. How long is it going to take them to get out of Duna? Probably several days. Yeah, a couple days. So they'll be back in about a year. With so much science. Like, I got an unbelievable amount of science out of that mission. I got like 3 or 4,000 science out of that mission. But that's about it. That's what we're doing now. Now I got to worry about these guys. These guys got 83 days. That's a long time. But we'll figure that out probably on another stream. I think that's it for me, folks. See you guys later.